All right, hello everyone and welcome to today's gem support video. And in this video I have for you my strategy guide for Pansville. Pansville is one of the three air kingdoms that has a life bonus and can also reach the power 30 cap. That means that you should not be looking to max out Pansville until after you have already maxed out Cadena, Suncrest, and Whitehill. Your other two air life options are Dominion Fields and Shentang. In my opinion, these three kingdoms are approximately equal in value and can be maxed out in the order of your choosing. As of this video, the kingdom has 7 more troops and 3 more weapons than you require to max it out, so you should not have any problems maxing out Pansville when the time is right. So in the strategy guide, I'm going to focus on the troops that are available in Pansville, including my ranked list of base mythic troops currently available, as well as the troops that are not available in the standard chest drop tables. I'll also be talking about the weapons available in the Soul Forge during Pansville Week, as well as the class weapon, and I'll also be reviewing the Bard Hero class, as well as all current Pansville pets. But we are always going to start off with the troops. So as a reminder, you need a total of 39 troops that you can unlock all traits for and get to at least level 20. At least 2 of them must be base level mythic troops or equivalents, and Pansville has a total of 6 options in this category. Now, if we are looking at the 4 base level mythic troops, the 2 that stand out are the Wild King and the Wild Queen. The Wild King enrages all allies, buffs their attack, and creates 22 skulls and yellow gems with the spell, and grants all Wild Folk allies 1 magic point at the start of your turn. Meanwhile, the Wild Queen steals attack points from an enemy, gives the attack points to your first ally, and creates a mix of 22 skulls and green gems with her spell, and grants all Wild Folk allies 2 attack points at the start of every turn. Overall, unlocking either one will result in a lot of value for your Pansville teams. Unlocking them both is overkill, even though they can be potentially used in a high cost, high damage team. So if you already have either one, I recommend making sure you're covered for base level mythic needs in all your other kingdoms before attempting to craft the second one from the Soul Forge. Next, we have Narcissus. Narcissus is one of the 6 coral dragons to be hatched in the process of summoning Chrysantherax, and that is the only option in terms of getting Narcissus. Narcissus damages all enemies, converts 5 yellow gems to barrier gems, and has a chance to gain an extra turn. Barrier gems still count as yellow gems and grant barrier to a random ally when matched. This floral dragon has 2 damage reduction traits and steals 4 life when matching yellow gems. So if you're planning to hatch Chrysantherax, you're guaranteed to get this dragon in the process. And speaking of base level mythic equivalents that are not available in the standard chest drop tables, this is the other one. Immortal Capricorn is one of the 2 current choices for the Mirage Expanse. So if you play PvP, then unlocking Immortal Capricorn through the Burning Chest will happen naturally. One thing to consider is that Immortal Lakia is currently your other immortal option for Mirage Expanse, and she has a better synergy with possible restrictions for that region other than Immortal Capricorn. Finally, the other 2 base level mythics, regular Capricorn and Pan, fall too far behind the Wild Queen and the Wild King to be worth consideration, so save your Soul Forge resources for other troops. So now let's talk about the 6 remaining additional troops that are not available in the standard chest drop tables. First of all, the 5 troops that are available that are from the Warrens can only be pulled from the Warrens faction portal. And the 10 of Cups can only be earned by beating Cedric and unlocking his vaults. It's a minor arcana card that you're not likely to use, so if you don't have it, don't worry. Next, we go to the weapons, and keep in mind you need a grand total of 14 weapons that are fully tempered in order to max out Pansville. There's one doomed weapon available in Pansville, and that is the Doomed Rod. This is from an interesting set of doomed weapons. This one creates up to 14 blue gems, gives armor to all green allies. The upgrades are decent and include curing and leaf. I've never found a satisfying way to use this set of doomed weapons, so you might want to take a pass on this one. Next, we have Capricor's Glaive, and this is unlocked and tempered as you level up Immortal Capricor. This would be a very long process, so unless you are play PvP a lot, it is wise to assume that this will not be one of your 14 fully tempered Pansville weapons. And then next, I want to talk about the class weapon, Orpheus's Loot. Orpheus's Loot gives all of your allies life points, barriers your hero, and cleanses and enchants all of your other allies. I like this as a very situational weapon, specifically for combating teams with a high capacity defensive stun. And then the only other weapon I'm going to talk about, and keep in mind you need 14 of these, so you can get whichever ones you want from the Soul Forge during Pansville Week. But Garland's Staff is the faction weapon from the Warrens. It does scatter damage and grants 1 or 2 status effects to all allies. It also entangles the first enemy and self-enchants. Like Orpheus's Loot, it's a very situational weapon. As far as faction weapons go, this one is definitely not meta, but is worth considering when the faction assault for Warrens is in progress. Next, we have the Bard hero class. And I'm not going to waste your time with a deep delve on this class. This is a class that you're only going to need to max out to get Pansville to power 20. The traits and talents just do not make it competitive with the best classes in this game. The 2 selling points for the Bard class are that this is currently the only Wild Folk class, as well as at champion level 20, you can get it to self-enchant when matching green gems. So, yeah, those are the only 2 reasons to go for Bard class. Well, that and max it, getting Pansville to power 20. But anyway, let's go on to the pets. Remember, you need 4 pets fully maxed out and 1 pet at any level. Naturally, you're going to want Billy Kid, which is the Kingdom Boost pet, and get this one from the pet rescue. And then, of course, you'll also want the Starry Billy Kid, which is the other Kingdom Boost pet, and you get this one by completing epic trials during Pansville Week. Then, of course, you'll get Aeroplane. Aeroplane is the faction boost pet, and you'll max this out automatically by obtaining the maximum renown in the Warrens. Your other options are Faunette, who boosts Wild Folk teams, and Beltane's Snapdragon, which grants skill points to Beltane. Now, granted, you also have Capricor's Buck, which grants skill points to Immortal Capricor. However, this requires Immortal Capricor to be nearly maxed out to get to level 20. And since all of the other pets are cosmetics, if you do not have any of the cosmetic pets unlocked, your best bet is to max out the Billy Kids and the Hero Plane. From there, I recommend unlocking Faunette and Beltane Snapdragon. And if you use Beltane a lot, max out his pet. In all other scenarios, max out Faunette instead. So let's review. You want to max out either the Wild King or the Wild Queen for your first base mythic troop. If you're going for a Chrysanthrax or play PvP regularly, assume that either Narcithis or Immortal Capricor will count as your second base mythic troop. Consider unlocking the Garland Staff during the Warren's faction assault and skip the Doomed Weapon. Level up the Bard class only when you need it for Kingdom Power. And your 4th maxed out pet should be Faunette, unless you use Beltane enough for a Snapdragon to be worth the effort. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving it a like, subscribe to this channel, and or follow me on Twitch if you'd like to see more of my content. And in the comments below, let me know what you think of Pansville. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.